Obviously, a tough result the other night. Just a lot of effort, a lot of really great play. Just came up short. Just how do you guys process that?
Yeah, I mean it was a final against a pretty good team in a stadium in a place where we usually do well, and I think for the most part we put in a lot of effort. It was a good performance. We got the extra time, and obviously they scored, but I think a lot of us still believe that you know you know there's another half of the extra time that we had a chance to still fight for, and unfortunately they scored the third, which kind of killed off the game, but overall, through the first 90 minutes, I mean, we were in that game. We could have easily taken the final and won the cup, but it's just not the way it went, which is unfortunate. But I think a lot of us look back and know that we all put everything into that, and we just came up short. And unfortunately for us and the fans, it's not what we wanted to happen, and we know that was an important game. But I mean, we put it all out there.
All the physical effort went into it, but I guess the emotional effort also. How do you bounce back from that to get ready to play for on Saturday?
It's just another big opportunity. St. Louis, you know how I feel about that. I think it's always an important game, and also they're in the playoff hunt, so taking 3 points from them at their stadium would be important for us, and also would be nice because it would give them a harder time to make playoffs.
That rivalry is, there's been a long time rivalry between the cities, but the actual teams just from last year, how does it feel like within the team, that rivalry within the players?
I think everyone here knows this is an important game. I would say that MLS makes it out sometimes to say that Minnesota's our rival, but I don't really think any of us feel that way. I think it's more about St. Louis, and both cities have history and it runs deep. And so even though St. Louis is new to the league, we know that no matter what, it's still a passionate rivalry, and we have to bring everything we can, everything we've got.
With already being eliminated from the playoffs and the Open Cup done, how do you focus on coming out every day to play that next game for the last couple games?
It's like for me or the team?
For you.
I'm always there. I'm always looking to get better, and we got 3 more opportunities. That's just how I look at it, and I don't know, I wouldn't want to ever waste a game. So, we just finished training and it was a short session. But like I just said to you, I wish we could have stayed out here a little bit longer and done something. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to come back from a game away and not have much rest. But in terms of games and opportunities, I think all of us know that we're not going to just, stop giving effort. We want to finish the season as strong as we can.
How was the experience for you and some of the other younger guys now playing in a major final and stuff, and like what positives can you kind of take out of it now that you've went and done that?
I think last year I'll say this, last year there were some high pressure games. I mean, not even just in playoffs. I think just making the run to the playoffs last year, even the regular season games were playoff games, and I think for me in those experiences, it gave me a good feel of what a pressure game is, what a very important game is supposed to be like, and what it means to play in that. And I think coming into the Open Cup final, I think it's a little bit different for me than for me than other guys, because other young guys, because I have played here since I was 15. I think the first game I actually watched when I first moved here was the Open Cup final, and so I think for me, especially playing in that final, it wasn't just I mean, it was a final for me, but also it meant more because, the team I moved here to play for, eventually starting in the Open Cup final 7 years later, it means a lot to me, and I truly wanted to win it. But no, I think it was a good experience, and I felt comfortable, I felt confident, and I just wanted to give my best, and I think sometimes that makes it easier because I know when I go out there, no matter what game it is, I'm just going to work as hard as I can.
How was the whole atmosphere? I know LAFC, it's always loud there, but especially with our fans there as well. It's a couple of times during the game, even though there was only 600-800 of them, they were loud, they were vocal. Did you guys hear that on the pitch?
Yeah, no, for sure, especially when we had a strong play, when there would be momentum shifts in the game, turnover, possession. It was important, and obviously it's not easy to travel to LA. It's expensive, and when we first showed up to the game and we were walking on the field, to see the amount of fans that traveled, meant a lot. And I'm not saying I was surprised because I know we have good fans, but it was crucial, I would say.